totally see
that's what I'm
somehow
saying.
Eddie Lacy
I'm
being
taking Eddie Lacy over Doug Martin.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing Eddie. You guys want to take Doug Martin at the end of the second round? Have at it.
Which brings me to my next guy, Lamar Miller. I think I take Lamar Miller over Doug Martin and Eddie Lacy. And I'm a Packers fan. He's going to a run-first offense.
With a bad offensive line.
Still a run-first offense.
Is it though?
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
How many yards did they get last year?
Oh, they did terrible last year, but still run-first offense.
I don't think it is. I think it was when Kubiak was there.
I feel like, yeah, that's true.
But now,
zone read.
it's not. That zone read offense is gone.
Yeah.
They've got a brand new quarterback who we have massive question marks about. We talked about it in our quarterback video. Osweiler, we don't know what he's capable of. We don't know how consistent he is. We don't know.
I don't like that guy, but I'd rather have him than the TJ Yates of the world.
True. I don't like his pocket presence. I mean, we don't know what he's going to do in Houston. They lost their starting center. Their offensive line's been banged up. It's had a lot of issues protecting their quarterback, protecting their running back. They have a great receiving core, and questions at tight end. I mean, their defense kept them in a lot of games last year, and I like Lamar Miller. He was another one of my sleepers last year. I drafted him.
But you say that their defense,
I traded him. Got a lot for him, and he did great. He had one of his best seasons last year in Miami, but Miami needed him. I mean, Miami had Jarvis Landry, and that was about all the production they had on the receiving end. I mean, Jordan Cameron didn't do as well as we all wanted him to. Rashard Matthews had a career year, but it still wasn't like an amazing season. So I think they had to give Lamar Miller the ball. In Houston, I just don't know how productive he can be. I don't know if he's built to be that back that can carry that offense.
I feel like he's just going to have, in our quarterback video, you discussed, or you brought up the point that their offense kind of developed some opportunities based on all the turnovers that they forced. Mm-hmm. So if that's your argument, then why can't you put him high on your list? Because let's just say the Texans forced a fumble, and now they're in their own 20.
True. My problem is this.
They're going to give the ball to Lamar Miller.
Not necessarily. They have one of the best possession receivers in the game.
Yeah.
In DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, yeah.
And who knows how Lamar Miller will perform with that bad offensive line. I mean, there's a chance he could be getting a lot of pressure in the backfield. There's a chance that he could be getting stuffed a lot at the line of scrimmage. I mean, we don't know how that offensive line is going to look going into the season. We don't know how much they're going to stack the box against Lamar Miller, because we're not sure how Osweiler is going to produce, for these receivers. Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins is great, but can Osweiler get him the ball consistently?
But that's the thing, though. If they're going to stack the box on Lamar Miller, I think that's going to. I think the biggest concern I have is, they may stack the box, but I'd be more on the defense that they're going to send pressure to Brock Osweiler. My concern is not Lamar Miller.
But that's the thing.
My concern is Brock Osweiler.
If you're sending pressure, then that is defenders in your backfield.
And that offense has passing out to the running back, and Lamar Miller is made for that type of game.
That offense does not have pass out quarterback. 2 years ago, that
they
offense
have what? Not a pass.
They don't have that skill anymore. That zone read, drop down, drag route was an Arian Foster, Gary Kubiak special. Gary Kubiak is gone.
I just want to keep making bets, man.
It's gone. I'm telling you. So that's what we disagree on, guys. But those are the concerns I have with Lamar Miller. He told you his upside on Lamar Miller. The choice is yours. Lamar Miller's probably going to go around between rounds 2 and 4, depending on how people see his fit in the new offense in Houston. Use your best judgment on that one. Like I said, he's going to be there. Don't think you're going to get Lamar Miller in the 5th round or late 4th round.
First rounder for me. Lamar Miller.
Really?
Yeah.
He's crazy.
First rounder.
Not even close.
He's going to get more than 20 touches a game. I like that.
We'll see. So that's one to look out for, guys. Next on our list is going to be my boy, DeMarco Murray.
Your boy, DeMarco Murray.
Now, DeMarco Murray is one of the funnest cases to watch going into the season. The year before last, he led the league in rushing. He had 1,800 rushing yards.
Is it because you haven't been by?
He's a beast in that. That 99 DeMarco Murray is a monster. But let's be real, guys. 1,800 rushing yards. Behind that, don't get me wrong, Cowboys offensive line, best offensive line in the game. But you still have to be a very skilled running back to get 1,800 yards.
Your Titans offensive line versus the Cowboys.
Oh, right. We're top 5.
Okay.
Yeah. The Titans, we have a hard time with passing, but we we took that in the draft. We got Conklin. We took Ben Jones from Houston as our center, and those were our two biggest things: was right tackle and center. So now that's taken care of. We got a little bit of an injury concern.
The right way. I really do.
Oh, we are. And here's the beauty, guys. I'm a Titans fan. I've been upset for years.
So you're at the camps, you already know?
I do already know.
Okay.
I've been upset for years because the last couple years we had Chris Johnson, we wasted his prime. We were running Chris Johnson in between the tackles like he was
he's
Megatron.
He's not going to run up the
He's
middle.
not built for that. The guy's 5'10".
Not a trucker.
Yeah, he's a skinny guy. He's a speedster. We needed to get him outside, and we didn't. Mike Mularkey is a run-first coach. Our offensive line is built for the run. Our quarterback is built for the run. He's built for the play action. His ability to roll out of the pocket and use his legs off the play action is incredible.
Is he a first rounder for you? That high?
DeMarco Murray? No.
Okay, good.
There is still glaring questions, guys. I mean, his time...
Derrick Henry, he's going to eat into his touches.
I was mad last year when the way the Eagles treated DeMarco Murray. He was getting like 10 carries.
That's just the Chip Kelly treatment.
10 carries a game. 15 carries a game. I mean, for a number one caliber running back that you spend all that money on, you should be giving this guy the rock. I mean, running backs need touches to get going. It's like a locomotive. You start slow and you build up momentum, and then you're full speed ahead and you're running for touchdowns. And that's the type of runner DeMarco Murray is.
And I think when you get down to this tier, when you're looking at the DeMarco Murrays of the world, the Jeremy Hills of the world, I think you're just really thinking about the offense. Yeah. Think about their offense. Are they a run-first team?
But here's the beauty, guys. The Titans were a horrible team last year. We had the number one draft pick. DeMarco Murray had a horrible season last year. He's got so much to prove. He's got to keep Derrick Henry off his back. And the Titans are a team nobody looks at in fantasy. There's almost no fantasy value for most people on the Tennessee
He doesn't
Titans
have this
team.
chip on his shoulder.
So you can steal DeMarco Murray in the 5th, 6th, 7th round.
Yeah,
he's gonna be there in those rounds, and you can grab him. And there's a pretty decent chance he could be competing for the league's leading rusher. I mean, he was the league's leading rusher 2 years ago. Bold statement, I'm making it. He was the league's leading rusher 2 years ago. You don't just fall off like that far. There was a reason why it happened. His carries went down. Offensive line was awful. The entire Eagles offense was terrible. Chip Kelly had a horrible playbook. The players didn't fit the system.
I feel like DeMarco Murray's now we're talking about him. You can get him late. If the draft was today, I definitely agree with you. You can get him late.
Yeah.
But once training camp commences and then we're near preseason,
definitely when preseason gets going, guys,
I can see him jumping up.
He's going to start to move up in the draft. So if you're having your drafts before the preseason starts, you're going to be able to get DeMarco Murray later.
He's going to be there right where LaShawn McCoy is, in my opinion.
Yes, but he's going to start to rise. And I think that with his age, his build, and his lack of injury concern, he's a better pick than your LaShawn McCoys. He's a better pick upside definitely than Mark Ingram, because we know what Mark Ingram's going to do. He's done the same thing. He's on a little bit of a decline. But
there's more upside with DeMarco.
There's a lot more upside to DeMarco Murray.
There's consistency.
And he barely played last year, so he doesn't have a lot of tread off his tires due to last season because he barely played in the system. So definitely on our list, guys, DeMarco Murray. I think as a Titans fan, I've been watching OTAs. I'll be watching training camp. He's someone to keep your eye on. Try to grab him if he's there. I think he's a quality pick.
Now with DeMarco Murray, we're talking about running backs who are on new teams. My guy's Matt Forte.
Matt Forte.
I always like Matt Forte. Matt Forte.
He always drafts Matt Forte, and I always make fun of him. But you know what? Matt Forte is one of
I'm a Packers fan.
But he's one of the most consistent
running
backs in the NFL. I mean, the guy, he is the pass-catching running back, period. He led the league.
Doesn't get hurt.
He had over
much.
100 catches 2 years ago. I mean, last year was the first season he got hurt. I like him in the Jets.
What, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah, he missed like 3 weeks. I like him in the Jets system, but I'm weary because of their quarterback situation.
Yeah.
I don't think if Geno Smith starts,
he drops down.
I think he drops 3 rounds. I think he goes from being a third round pick with Fitzpatrick
to a 6th?
To a 6th round pick with Geno Smith. Because he's going to get more carries, I think, if Geno Smith is in the game, but his passing receptions and touchdowns will decline. Plus, I think they'll start to stack the box against him because other than Brandon Marshall and Eric Becker,
they have a good offensive line, though.
They do have a very good offensive line. Nick Mangold is the centerpiece, and that's a great offensive line. But I think that with Forte, without a decent quarterback, that they're going to take some pressure off of him. his production goes down a little bit.
I just like that. I like that offense. I mean, you have Brandon Marshall, Eric Decker.
Yeah, they definitely have some good pieces.
Yeah,
good pieces.
Now they just need to figure out
quarterback. They need a quarterback. I mean,
Fitzpatrick, you need to just go sign that deal, man.
The Jets need to pay that man.
They need to pay that man, but he needs to just.
I mean, you got to come to a compromise.
I'm so sick of it, dude.
Something. I mean,
I'm so sick of it, dude.
Let's be real, guys.
If you want to get paid, then just go to the NBA because everybody's getting paid.
And I'm sorry, but in the NFL, I mean, you're in the AFC East. If you want to compete with the Patriots, you need to put points on the board. And Geno Smith's not going to do that for you. Fitzpatrick can. Fitzpatrick is like a poor man's Alex Smith. He's a game manager. He can do the things you need him to do to put points on the board and win some games. So they need to pay him so they can compete in that division.
Anyway, he missed 3 games. I had to look it up because it was bothering me.
Coming right off Matt Forte, someone we want to touch on is Jeremy Langford. This is kind of an odd situation because he picked up Jeremy Langford as a handcuff when Matt.
He's just not a sure thing, too.
And he's not.
He's not.
But he had a great 3 games. I mean, he had a very He was doing what Matt Forte did. He was catching the ball.
And even better.
He was running the ball. He was getting in the end zone. They have Carey. Carey's. I'm really low on that guy. But he's not the only running back there. He's going to split some carries here and there because they're not going to dump that load on Jeremy Langford, knowing that he is still young and he's never been a starting running back. But he's going to be the guy going into preseason. Jeremy Langford is your starting running back in Chicago going into preseason. They got Kevin White. Finally got Kevin White healthy. Alshon Jeffrey's there. You still got Cutler, who I think he's a decent quarterback. He's in that middle ground where he's not great, but he's not horrible. So I think that having Jeremy Langford as that running back he can toss the ball to get out of trouble, because the offensive line's still pretty bad. He's going to be under a lot of pressure. I think Langford can do the job Forte did. Maybe not as well as Forte did it, but he's
I feel like there's a little risk with him, though.
I still think he's an RB1. He's a low RB1.
He's an RB1?
I do.
Low end, maybe?
Low end.
Not.
I mean, if you look at top 10, if you look at top 10, he's probably around my 9th or 10th ranked running back. Just because he's going to get a lot of snaps. He is. He's going to get a lot of snaps, and he's built like Forte. So it's going to be an easy transition for John Fox and that Chicago Bear team. So I like Langford going into the season. I really do.
So you would take him over LaShawn McCoy?
Yes, because LaShawn McCoy can't stay healthy.
You would take him over Forte?
Carlos Williams is a beast.
I'm just trying to get over this notion that you're saying he's a...
I put him and Forte kind of right by each other.
Okay.
If Fitzpatrick is there.
The reason
if Geno Smith is the
he's
quarterback,
at, I might draft him, but I can already picture it now that he's gonna, with John Fox there, they're gonna, if he starts struggling, the fumble bug or whatever they want to call it, then I can see them putting Kadeem Carey in or that kid.
I can too. I can see them, splitting his carries up. But I mean, he's going to get the chance going into the season, and there's not a lot of teams where you can say this is the number 1 guy going into the season. The Bears have that guy.
So on the next topic, we kind of just want to wrap up with kind of some scenarios that you may run into in your draft.
Yeah. So we're going to name off 2 players. We're going to do 1 or 2 things per player, and we're just going to shout out who we would take.
Yeah, basically, are they worth the reach if you missed out on those other running backs we just finished discussing? Yeah. The first one's going to be Mark Ingram or LaShawn McCoy.
Ingram.
You go first. Ingram?
He gets his carries.
I go McCoy.
Yeah, I like his, I don't know. He got injured last year, but he doesn't get injured as often as LaShawn McCoy, and he doesn't have a legitimate backup like Carlos Williams.
Yeah, they have Carlos Williams there.
McCoy messes up, and Carlos Williams is taking those snaps. There's no way C.J. Spiller is going to come in and take.
I think because of their very scratchy QB situation.
Buffalo's?
Tyrell Taylor is not a top dog.
He's not, but he is their quarterback going into the season. He's going to stay their quarterback. They drafted a backup in case Tyrell Taylor got hurt because he's a running quarterback, but he is their quarterback.
My point is that because of that situation, Sammy Watkins getting injured. Last year, they kind of had this thing where it's like, oh, the hot hand is Carlos Williams for the time. I don't think Rex Ryan's going to allow that to happen again. I do think he's going to give him the keys to the offense. Basically, let him run amok. So when you think of Mark Ingram, I know what I'm going to get with Mark Ingram. I'm going to get someone with at least 10 touchdowns, which I'm not saying that's great or it's terrible, but I know that I might have him miss 4 games again.
I like the low risk of Mark Ingram. That's my thing. And when it comes to risk, I like
he's just a boring pick in my
like
opinion.
He is a very boring.
Every time he's there,
He's a
I'm
boring
like,
pick.
it could be the 6th round, and Mark Ingram's there, and I'll still take
he is. He's
a Travis Kelce or something.
He's a boring player, but man, he's consistent. That's
boring.
That's what I want out of my running backs. I want consistency. So who's your next one?
The next one we have is Jamal Charles, Mr. Tear my ACL twice, but still balls. Well, that's still not proven, but Devonta Freeman. Damn it.
Yeah. Young guy.
I want to disagree with you, but I was going to go Devonta Freeman too.
He's a young guy, and he is like the new age Jamal Charles. I mean, he's got dreadlocks and everything. I mean, he's fast, he's agile, he catches the ball, as well as any running back in the NFL, and he knows how to get in the end zone.
I definitely think, though, that we're not going to get part 2 Devonta Freeman. And what I mean by that, I don't think he's going to repeat. I think he's going to get...
I have a little bit of a fall off.
I think he's not going to get as many touchdowns. Because he had 2 games where he had 3 touchdowns or something like that.
Yeah, he's going to
take
have
away that. It was like, it was not the greatest, not the worst.
I can see a little bit of a decline, but not much, man. I think they're still going to run that offense through Devonta Freeman to open up the play action for Julio.
I think when it comes to those two, if I'm staring there, I'm not going to just be like quickly. I know I said Devonta Freeman, but I'm not just like put it in the books.
Yeah, I'm not jumping on Devonta Freeman early. No. Like a lot of people are going to, guys. A lot of people are going to jump on Devonta Freeman. That's a guy right there. Easily, I'm taking DeMarco Murray.
And I think both of the players we have some concerns is, are they going to cut down their touches?
Yeah. Because Coleman was not a threat last year. Coleman was
But they've been saying that they're going to use him more.
He's a fumble machine. And he just did not run well. But he slimmed down a little bit.
Yeah, with the year under his belt.
He had an offseason. And they're talking about getting that two-headed running back situation going. So we'll see how it plays out. But I'm not as high on Devonta Freeman as most people. It seems like you're not either. But I do take him over Jamal Charles due to the injury concerns. And I actually think that Charchandrick West and Spencer Ware are going to instantly, week 1, dig into Jamal Charles' carries. He's no longer... They paid him both.
Did they?
Yeah, they paid Charchandrick West and Spencer Ware the same contract.
Does that mean they have no faith?
I think that they're handcuffing their own running back in Kansas City.
And I think West is one of those running backs. Like if you draft Jamal Charles, you better draft West.
Yeah. Well, West is what Niles Davis is supposed to be. Niles Davis is supposed to be that next guy, and West came in and kicked him in the teeth.
Remember that last year? I think last year we both when
he picked up Niles Davis and I picked up Charchandrick.
Damn it! I was so mad. I was so pissed.
And then I picked up Spencer Ware when Charchandrick West got hurt.
You were just picking up backwards for left, right. All right. Well, that's like kind of one of those toss-ups. Jamal Charles, you can't go wrong with either or, but let's just see.
There's a lot of risk in Jamal Charles. So it's up to you if you want to
keep up with us during the offseason, during the training camp. So the next one is Dion Lewis and Latavius Murray. Another Murray in the book. I'm going Dion Lewis. Actually, no. I'm going Latavius Murray.
I'm not going to lie.
You're going Dion Lewis, huh?
I've got him on the same platform.
You have to choose, man.
I do have. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Latavius Murray. I like Dion Lewis, but he also got hurt last year. He also is going to, even though he proved that he can be the starting running back there.
Do they still have LeGarrette Blount?
Yes, they do. You've got Brady out for 4 games, more than likely. And I like
Brady.
I like the way that Jack Del Rio loves to run the ball. When he was in Jacksonville, it was the MJD show. It was just Maurice Jones-Drew all day. Latavius Murray is big, he's strong, he's quick, and he's durable.
And listen, Raiders fans, we're giving a lot of love to the Raiders this year. I think
a lot of love.
We've been really arguing a lot about who's going to win that division. I think I'm on with my boy
TheRealOGSkates.
TheRealOGSkates.
It's me.
Let's give some love to the Raiders. I like Latavius Murray.
I'm not a Raider fan. I mean, I grew up at my
1,400 yards.
But yeah, I think he's going to. I think he's going for 1,200. I'm not going to give him 14. I'm going to give him 1,400 all-purpose. I'm going to give him 1,200 rushing yards. But I do think he scores 8 touchdowns. I'm going to give him 8 touchdowns. I think, other than Amari Cooper, he's the only real weapon that you're kind of a little bit scared of. So I think I'm going to give him 8 touchdowns. I'm going to give him 1,200 yards. I think if you can get him in the 6th, 7th round,
he's going to get Derek Carr in
a
lot of tricky situations.
Exactly. He's a powerful downhill runner. He can catch the screen. He can get out in the open field if he needs to. I like Latavius Murray. And I think Dion Lewis just has some question marks around him with his health. And, he is an older player, and Brady being out for 4 games. So I'm just going to have to go with Murray. I'm going with the safer pick on Latavius Murray.
All right. So, with that being said, I think the conclusion of this video is just that you need to have your top tier backs. Would you agree?
Yes, I think definitely, guys, when you go in with a draft strategy, you want to go like, who are the 2 or 3 you're going to try to get in the first round?
And don't
if
go to
not,
rankings, just put them into your own tiers.
You need a backup plan. I mean, there's nothing wrong with grabbing a receiver in the first round if the top 4 guys are already gone. But know when you're going to get that next running back and know kind of where his average draft position is, and also gauge your league. We have some retarded people in our league. No disrespect, guys. A lot of you are retarded. Who take players based on their favorite team. You know what I mean? We got a guy who's a Seattle fan, and he will literally grab Russell Wilson in the first round because he's a Seahawks fan. You have to account for those people. Yeah, they make fantasy fun, and it's I like it. I'm all for different kinds of players.
Just take what the draft gives you.
But you have to remember
your scoring, PPR, standard league.
Yes, you have to remember who's probably going to reach for certain players in your league. So keep all that in mind, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you guys want some personalized advice, hit us up in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget you can also email us. You can email us, realmenrealsports@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on Twitter, realmen_sports. You can also hit us up on Instagram @realmenrealsports. We are everywhere. So hit us up with any questions, comments, concerns. Spread the love. We got another video coming up for you guys too pretty soon here. We're going to switch up the NFL talk and go NBA for our NBA fans. But
free agency.
But definitely in a couple of days when we'll be back talking football with some receiver rankings. That's going to be my pleasure because I love talking receivers. So like, subscribe, share, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We love you guys.
Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.